Welcome back to another episode, a pickup episode, a EB Games or GameStop, however you wish to call it, depending on where you live. Everything in this video was picked up at EB Games or GameStop or whatever you want to call it. So guys, sit back, relax. If you're not subscribed to this channel, please do so, as it's the coolest channel in the world. Yeah. Okay, so everything again, like I said in this video, was picked up at a couple or a few different EB/GameStop stores. And we'll start off with something cool from $5 Friday. I did a $5 Friday video before, and I've talked about it, and you guys should go there, especially in Canada, because $5 Friday exists. I'm not sure about the United States, but it's definitely something cool. So first item is the Mega Man figure. Now, Mega Man is not a huge thing for me, but it's actually a pretty cool thing. I did play a lot of Mega Man games when I was younger on the NES. And when I seen the Mega Man figure for $5, I said, hey, that would still look pretty cool in my game room. So, Mega Man it is. Next item is kind of very interesting because it is PC related. And that's a little messed up because, of course, GameStop or EB Games doesn't do a lot of PC stuff. And it's actually hardware. And no, it's not a keyboard or a mouse. But I did end up picking up the Elgato HD60 Pro. And it was like $189. Everybody else in Canada is selling this for about $290. So $259 to $280, in those ballparks anyway. So it was definitely, whether it be $60 or $70 plus tax off, it was definitely a wicked deal. It's the internal card that goes in your system and becomes pretty much lag-free. The biggest item we're going to wait on. So now we're on to the games. So you guys know I love, at least I hope I do, racing, and so I also like to really collect for the PSVR. So Radicalgee for the PSVR definitely hit that spot, and it's basically a futuristic space racing game. Kind of, I guess, if you want to put it in a Wipeout category, except for you're in cockpits looking out, and it looks very spacey. It doesn't seem to be too track oriented, even though I guess there's definitely a track layout. But something I really wanted to try out, and I think when it comes to VR, I'm going to try starting to play when it comes to racing, because I don't think that'll make me too dizzy, whereas the other stuff might be still an issue. So I'll start off with racing, maybe some slower pace with actual cars, like Gran Turismo or something like that. But yeah, definitely was on my radar. Got it for like $10, sealed, brand new. Why wouldn't I? Next on the list, of course, another VR game for the PlayStation, because I'm trying to get them all. And this game, again, was $10, so, and it was brand new, even though it didn't come sealed. I like that last brand new one that's on the wall, but it's not actually in there. But anyway, it is Everybody's Golf VR. Now, Everybody's Golf VR, it looked like a ton of fun. Honestly, it's one of those games where you can lay back. This is definitely probably a first try for the VR for me, so it probably won't make me at all dizzy. This is probably the perfect way to start. And my wife took interest in it. So this is something my kids, my wife, and me, we can all play, and everybody will be pretty okay with the VR, and we'll give it a shot and let them all find out what it's actually like, because none of us have tried it yet. So that is something definitely family fun. And I mean, golf is fun anyway. I remember playing all the golf games back in the day on the old PC and stuff, and you know, everything was kind of pixelated and cool, but you still played it. Or you were a little cube with a little stick and went, and it went, and it went into a hole. But anyway, VR golf, definitely. Okay, sounds like a one. I have been looking for the PlayStation VR gun with Bravo Team in it, but I was refusing to pay $100 for it. So here is Bravo Team, and I paid $10 for it. So I have the game. So I'm pretty stoked about that. So I now have the game. I'm pretty happy about that. Now all I need is that gun, and hopefully it doesn't come with Bravo Team, because if it does, then that is really going to suck. Okay, moving on to Xbox One S, whatever, Xbox One games. And to start this off, we're going to go with Project Cars 2. It's brand new sealed. It was $10 at EB Games. I couldn't say no. I have Project Cars 1, and a lot of people were actually asking me if a certain thing worked on Project Cars 2, and I couldn't test it, but now I have it, so there we go. And I'm a big fan of racing games on consoles, So definitely a must-have for me in my collection. When it comes to every other type of gaming, I really lean towards a PC or keyboard and mouse more than anything. But console gaming, definitely love platformers and racing. Another game that was on that a guy was up in arms about, but apparently didn't get very good reviews, and that is Anthem. So Anthem, I guess it's just another one of those first-person, third-person shooter type things. I've never played it. I haven't even looked it up yet, but the guy was raving about how many hours he put into it, and it was a must-have in your collection. And for the price, we couldn't really go wrong. And when he described it, I got a little bit of chills. I was like, wow, you know what? I got to try this game. The guy really sold me on it. So it was only $10, so hopefully I didn't waste $10, but I mean, again, $10, right? So if I could play this, I bought one for me and I bought one for my buddy Jeff because it was his birthday. And I think this way we may have something new to play together, and that's pretty cool because we seem to neglect the console a lot when we've been doing a lot of PC gaming lately. Okay. A game my daughter was a must-have, my 8-year-old. She's been playing Zoo Tycoon on the PC, which would be the older version of Zoo Tycoon, and she watches a lot of videos. She's like, Dad, look, there's a Zoo Tycoon with better graphics. And I'm like, no, there isn't. Apparently there was, and it was a launch title with the Xbox One. So Zoo Tycoon, it did come out on the Xbox One. It was a launch title. I don't even know if this doesn't say launch title or anything on it, but it was definitely a launch title, as I was told by the guys at EB Games, and that it ran pretty much identical to the PC version, except for the graphics were enhanced. She's been playing this now for days straight. I only picked it up maybe on the weekend, and she's been cruising on this game forever. She's even built a full-on theme park where she couldn't build any further, and it actually looked really cool. And she can go down into the game and walk around, go through the water, drive these carts, all this stuff, and go in and do everything, even shoot water at animals. I'm really impressed with this. For the $10 I spent and the smile that it puts on her face, this was worth it. And here we have Rad Rudders. He's the Raddy of Rogers of Rad. And it looks like a side-scrolling platformer. At least that's what I'm getting from it. It could kind of go into a 3D maybe, but it definitely looks very side-scroller. And it's been a game that I kind of passed up here and there, but it was on for $4. So I was like, you know what, for $4, I can't really pass it up anymore. Let's add it to the collection. And, you know, it's Rad Rudders. Okay, this next game, I got a little bit of a lesson taught to me. And it is called A Song of the Deep. Now, apparently, the story behind this, from what I was told, is a child, I guess, or a younger kid, or whatever, teenager, wants to find their dad. Their dad's gone missing or whatever the story may be. I'm not sure if I got it right, so do not quote me. And the person builds a sub to go traveling and exploring, and they got to find all these different clues and solve puzzles underwater. And you can bump into fish. Everything's all dark. Apparently, the light on this submarine opens up the world. Now, this is something I thought about for my daughter, but after hearing about it, it does sound like something you want to try just to say you did. And believe it or not, GameStop, EB, developed this game. This is actually one of their games. It's an EB GameStop exclusive. They are behind the development of the game. So that was pretty cool too. So I kind of had a little bit of interest that way. It's kind of like one of those, ooh, could be a rarity. And before we get to the big thing, the last game, and this is a game I've been waiting for. I really wanted it on PC, but they had it there. It was on for, I think, $19.99, and that was a pretty good price considering what it was. And that's Ace Combat 7 Skies Unknown. Now, I love, like, since the Dreamcast with, I forget the game, but there was a jet game and everything on there. And you were flying, you see the flaps coming up and the wind coming off it, and it was just so cool to fly around. And the idea of flying around in jets, because I love space shooter type, like Wing Commander. So jets give me that feel too, where you're flying around, and this can be online, so you're flying up against other people, and just that combat, air combat feel, that neatness of just flying stupid fast and taking out something from the sky, or whatever it is. Ace Combat, the Ace series have been solid. So Ace Combat 7 was definitely on my radar for PC, but I decided, hey, let's give it a shot on the Xbox because the price is good. Okay, guys, it is the time. what did I get? This has been on my radar for a long time. You guys will know that I had a certain version of it before, and it was because the company had sold out of this version, and it is a must have. I got the Tails. I finally got the Tails statue. The one that has eluded me. The one that I've been wanting for so long, but all the local stores sold it. So I ended up in EB Games out in Whitby, Ontario, and they had it on clearance. I finally got it. I am now happy and ecstatic because I was afraid I was never going to get this one. And after buying the Sonic one when it was going disco, I was like, oh my god, am I ever going to get the Tails one? And I did, and you guys will see that it was only a GameStop exclusive, and that's painted on there, so it's not even a sticker. Now the thing with that is they weren't, I guess, selling as well in the States, and they sent some to Canada under the EB Games brand, and I finally got one. Okay guys, well, what'd you think? I thought my pickups were pretty cool. It was funny that with this day and age, it's hard to do pickups with the way things are, and I got everything at very discounted prices over the run of a month and a half or more. It wasn't all at one time, so it was kind of like you got something here, I got something there if a store was allowing pickup or curbside or whatever, because we had most of our, I think we only have 2 stores. One of them is outside and one of them is in a mall. That one was closed. So I think they're pretty decent pickups. I really got great prices on it. Let me know in the comments below, what games did you guys get recently? And since GameStop or EB Games has opened, have you been running over there to get the deal? Because they've been closed for so long, there's got to be some deals. And to our benefit, there definitely was. And remember guys, $5 Fridays. Don't forget that. EB Games, $5 Fridays in Canada. Check your local GameStop and see if they do $5 Friday, because you never know what you're going to get for $5. Anyway guys, till next time, thank you for watching me, and stay tuned for the next episode. Please, again, if you're not subscribed, subscribe for up and coming and blah 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 blah, and ring the bell and all those other things. And guys, it's game over.